Greetings, this is Rabon, and I thank you for stopping by. I wanted to take a few minutes and talk about the different facets of the interview process. First off, interviewing isn't just asking somebody a question or even asking someone a series of questions. For those of us for whom interviewing is a part of our professional responsibilities, interviewing is a conversation with a purpose. And when we're conducting that interviewee can be totally forthcoming. That interview can choose to be totally resistant, or they can be somewhere in between. So consider this. There are subtle interpersonal communication steps that we can take at the very beginning of an interview that can increase the possibility of a successful interview and outcome by 30%. Interviewers that are aware of their own communication style can make subtle, appropriate accommodations that will enhance the opportunity to connect with that interview. Many critical interviews do not achieve an optimal outcome due to a lack of planning. And planning is not just giving some thought as to what you're going to do within the conduct of the interview. There are planning mechanisms and methodologies that can serve to maximize the utilization of available information and optimize the conduct of the interview itself. There's an interviewing template that can serve to guide us with the conduct of the interview, just like a GPS. There are 4 levels of power or control the interviewer can choose to employ within the conduct of the interview. There are 3 requisite skills that the interviewer must possess. Interviewing is not a one-size-fits-all. There is an interviewing process, though, that accommodates that which is unique to the interviewer. When we ask someone a question in an interview, whether it is a employment interview, an internal interview, an audit-related interview, a criminal inquiry, the individual has at a minimum 8 options as to how to respond. Questions are the interviewer's working tools. There are 11 question formations which the interviewer should be completely familiar with. There are 2 types of questioning sequences. The individual that elects to deceive within the conduct of the interview has 5 different options that they can choose to employ. Deceivers reveal themselves verbally, involving words, vocally, involving sound, silence, and intonation, and non-verbally, from everything from their micro-expressions to the kinesics of the body. We can establish a rapport with an individual on a consistent basis. It doesn't have to be happenstance. Once we establish a rapport, there are 3 benefits that are available to the interviewer. The compliance-gaining phase of the interview can certainly be the most problematic for the interviewer and the organization. Everything from post-admission buyer's remorse on to civil litigation. And keep in mind that the doer of the wrongful deed or the target of an inquiry is not the only person for whom we may have to undertake to gain compliance from. People that are on the peripheral of an inquiry can at times be the most problematic in trying to get them to be totally forthcoming. So in summary, the interview is made up of many interconnected parts of it. And no small factor of the interviewer undertaken is the ability to question people, to be able to tell to the point of articulation as to whether they're telling the truth or not. And if they're not, to get them to, and to do it in a way that is in line with the organization's philosophy and policy. So if you get a chance, check me out on LinkedIn. There you see my email address and my phone number. If nothing else, I have a interviewing newsletter that comes out every other month, and so it's free and it's worth every penny. And so if you would like to be put on the mailing list, just email me. Thank you for spending the time with me. I wish you all the very best, and keep in mind, keep asking, keep listening, keep looking. The truth's out there.